Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yes, I hear you. Well, we can continue. Yes, sorry for interruption.
Is everyone there?
Yeah, it's okay. We can't hear you. You can continue. Thank you.
That's weird. I can't see anybody. Okay. Get it. I get you. Um, just give me a second to share again. Um, yeah, there we are. Can you see my screen? Okay, good. So I was saying that the delusion is the fact that you don't know that you don't know, and it's really hard to change the mind of somebody who doesn't recognize that they don't know, and that's where you can also have you can misjudge a situation just because you don't know. So this is one of the obstacles that you can encounter when you are doing your self-reflection. And the other one is ego. As I said, ego is the feeling that you are, above other people's judgments. For example, you are, I don't know what to say that, but a lot of people thinks that what it's only what they think is right, not on the other people. What they think is right, correct. All the rest is wrong. So that's somebody that's got a really high ego. And the thing is, you can regulate your ego, and you can also regulate your bias. I mean, you can work on yourself to overcome your ego and to overcome your bias. How do we do that? Let's start with bias first. Okay, how to reduce bias? The first thing you got to do is speak less and listen more. It's an intentional work. It's an intentional process. Okay, it is not something that comes out of the blue, something that falls from the heaven. You have to decide that this time when I'm listening to somebody, or this time when we have a meeting, I will not speak a lot. I will listen more. It's a decision you take, and whenever you have that fire burning on you inside of you, you just say, no, I decided not to speak a lot. It's a choice that we can make, and it's possible to do that. Listen more. The second thing you can do is to seek advice. Seeking advice is very important because you can have a lot of different perspective of people, and this really helps you to open your mind, to have a growth mindset a lot. Because if you are, you don't, sorry, when you are not used to listening to people's advice, you do not know what other people think. See, if you stuck only on what you think, this can really fix your mind. But if you can ask advice for advice, you can listen to a lot of perspectives, and this helps you all. Something you undergo. It's something you decide to do. Okay, something you decide to do. So that was how to reduce your bias. And also we have some tips how to reduce your ego, how to lower your ego. If I would say how to lower your ego, we have some tips I can share with you. You have to learn how to say thank you and to show gratitude. Whenever somebody does anything little or big to you, for you, you should say thank you. Say thank you with your word or show gratitude with your behavior. It's very important. A lot of us, we are ungrateful. We do not, sorry, most of the time we are not even aware that we have been ungrateful towards people when they do something good. We minimize. We think that. Let me take an example. I've gone through an example I've gone through. Somebody needed, for example, 1,000. Let me say 1,000 um, CFA in dollar is Okay, let me talk in terms of dollar. Somebody needed, for example, $500. Okay, then I don't have $500 at the moment, but I have $100, and I gave to the person. Now the reaction of the person is, "Oh, this is not enough. This is not enough. I wanted more. I wanted 500, and you're giving me just 100. It is not enough. You wicked." See the reaction of somebody who has got a really high ego and also is ungrateful. But if you learn how to say thank you for the mere things you receive, this helps you a lot. And you will not be maybe conscious, you will not be aware of the effects of saying thank you, of showing gratitude. But step by step, it will be lowering your ego in a course of time. Okay. You should learn how to say sorry when you are wrong and when you are mistaken. You know, as I say, we can't know 100% everything. You may be mistaken when you give an opinion. You may be mistaken when you say something. And at the moment, if you realize that you're mistaken, say sorry. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean that. Oh, sorry, that was not my intention. Sorry, I wanted to say something else, but I didn't know how to express that. So you should be responsible. I mean, take accountability of your mistakes. This is actually what it means. But on the other side, we should learn how to forgive when somebody else is mistaken. But this can happen only if we are able to accept our mistakes. We can easily forgive if we easily recognize our faults, our mistakes. You see what happens? It's logical and it's psychological. If you don't know how to say sorry, meaning that you don't know how to recognize your mistakes, it's really hard for somebody like that to understand somebody else's mistakes if they are never accountable of their mistakes. So learn how to say sorry and learn how to forgive. It's intentional. Okay. Third point, seek advice or ask for help. Yes, when you seek advice, this shows or this proves or this demonstrates that you are not auto-sufficient. You don't think that I know all and I don't need anybody else's help. And this is like lowering yourself to accept somebody else to be in a position of power. And that leads to humility. So that's why seeking advice or asking for help helps you in the course of time to lower your ego. And this is very important to do. And tell yourself that I'm not yet the best. You should be constantly learning, keep on improving all the time. And if you have that mindset of I'm not yet the best, then you can still keep learning, improving yourself. But if you say, as we said, the limiting belief of saying I'm already the best, you won't learn anything again. But if you stay in the mood or in the mentality of somebody saying, okay, I need to improve this side of me. I need to improve this side of me. I need to improve that side of me. Then you keep learning because when your ego is high. Let me show you this philosophy of ego. What can it uh, bring? Let's study it. Somebody with self-confidence and who has got a low ego. What happened is that they succeed really, really fast. When you have you confidence, okay, but your ego is regulated, you really succeed fast. Why? You're confident about yourself, and your ego doesn't prevent you from seeking advice or help or asking for help. For example, you know that okay, I'm good at this. I can do this. But if we come together, 3, 4 people, we can go faster. That's how you succeed fast because you open yourself to others' perspectives and also others' actions and help contributions. Now, if you are self-confident and your ego is very high, what's going to happen? You will succeed, of course, but slowly, slowly, because everything will be on your shoulders. You will take everything on you, saying that, okay, I don't need anybody else. I can do it myself. And I've seen a lot of um, high potential people succeeding or even failing just because they thought that they could do everything themselves. And I saw them becoming overwhelmed and They couldn't do anything. They went burnout. It was not good to see. I have some friends even talk to me in privately saying that, man, I can't even keep on working because I'm really tired and this is really overwhelming. So that's what ego does. So third point is that if you do not have a lot self-confidence and your ego is low, what happens is that mm, it's you have a lot of chance not to succeed. Okay, you don't trust yourself, you don't believe in yourself, and your ego is also low. That is really hard to deal with. Okay, and the last point is that if you lack self-confidence, but you still have high ego, your life will be resumed in talking, 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 no action, talking, 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 no action. I can do this. Okay, I know this, but yourself, you know that you can't even take the action because you don't have confidence. You don't have self-confidence. Okay, so that's why it's really important to regulate, to lower your ego with the tips that we just shared. Okay, the yes, the four tips that we shared. Saying thank you, for gratitude, say sorry, and forgive. Seek advice and ask for help, and tell yourself, I still have room for improvement. So I should I should be learning again and again. Okay, so that's the two obstacles of our self-reflection. Okay, ego and bias. So when you have a growth mindset, it's easy for you to identify this is an ego reaction. This is a bias reaction. So if it's done, then you will discover, oh, come on. Through your self-reflection, what's going to happen? You will discover what was hidden, what you would not understand without thinking, without reflecting. And when you discover, you become aware of the thing that you have to change, that you have to work on. But still here, um, what's going on? But so far, man, give me a second, please. What's going on? Oh man. Okay. So far, it's still not yet done because um, you can be aware of something and your ego prevents you from accepting it. That's why I said when you have a growth mindset, your self-reflection will be perfect, will be good. Because at this level, you need to accept the negative consequences of your action. Uh-oh. Self-acceptance. It's only when you accept that something negative might result from not changing that side of you. Only when you accept that, then you start the process of self-development. You will put in place a lot of actions that you will perform, a lot of action that you will take in order to change what has to be changed. And in this process, most of the time we lack willpower. We lack willpower. That's why we can start something today. Two 2 weeks later, we fall down. We can start something today. 3 5 days again, you give up. That's why. That's because we lack willpower. But still, when you start working on yourself, if you have some results, you will have a feeling of pride. I mean, you'll be proud of yourself. Let's say that you wanted to lose 10 kilograms. Okay, now after 1 month, you have lost 5 kilograms. How do you feel when you look at yourself in the mirror? You feel proud of you, saying that, okay, I can see some improvements. I can see some progress. It's visible now. The progress I'm making it visible now. So that's the stage called self-esteem. But still, you're not there. Okay, you're not at the self-ideal level. You're just getting close. It's just getting close. But the thing is, self-development can't happen without habit development. You develop yourself when you develop new habits. You see that? That's how you can become proud of you because you have developed new habits. And new habits, to develop new habits, you need willpower. And where can you get willpower and growth mindset? It's through meditation. I also call it silence, conscious silence. Okay, that's because some people are not really open to the word meditation. Okay, in our community, so we use the word silence, a conscious silence, or mindful silence. So that's it. You get willpower and growth mindset by staying quiet. With the three techniques that I just shared at the very beginning, breathing in and out, visualizing, and reciting the mantra. So you take it for 5, 10 minutes, 15, and step by step, you can increase the the, the duration. And if you can have it 2 hours a day, I'm quite sure that you're going to have a lot of clear ideas. And when your ideas are clear, then you can set good goals. That's most of the time we fail in achieving our goals because they are not clear in our minds. So with the silence, with the meditation, with the mindfulness meditation, what you do is you clean your mind and your ideas are clear and your motivations also are clear. Well, it is not yet done because life always needs improvement. When you reach this step, this stage of your journey, as we say, the better model is a roadmap. As you reach this stage of your journey, just to make one move, get back to the self-reflection, think again on one thing, one more thing that can be improved. Because we can't only have one thing to improve in our life. We have a lot to improve in our life from our physical states to our behavior to our skills and stuff. You will keep improving again and again. So, guys, I think this is what I wanted to share with you today about the Beta Me model diagram and also meditation. If there is a question, I can just take some questions and then we will have maybe 10 to 15 minutes meditation session. I give the floor back to Dega.
Yes, I would like to ask a question about self-limiting beliefs. How do those form?
Come again, please.
How do we acquire self-limiting beliefs throughout our lives?
You mean how do you get rid of that? Okay, let me show something. The first thing you have to do is to identify them. Identify ourselves. We should identify first our self-limiting beliefs. Okay. And when you identify your self-limiting beliefs, ask yourself 3 questions. Okay, ask yourself 3 questions. The first question is, does this belief come from myself or my family or my community or my environment? You need to define the source. What is that you say or you believe? And it seems to be, something that is common to your community, for example. Just ask yourself, does it come from me or it comes from, or I've grown up, listening to that most of the time. I have learned that 95% of our beliefs are not ours. 95. And I was really amazed. Wow, 95. So we have to start questioning sometimes some beliefs that we listen. So ask yourself, define the source. And the second question, do I really believe in this or consider it as a truth? Apart from the fact that I listen to that, or a lot of people say that, but what if I never listened to that before? Would I still consider it as a truth or not? So that's why the second question. And thirdly, ask yourself, why do I really want to believe in it? Is it because, sometimes we stick on the things because it's, how can I say, it fits better with us as in, okay, this is good, this is good. This keeps me in my comfort zone, for example. Okay, I believe in it because it keeps me in my comfort zone. Because maybe I'm afraid to get out of my comfort zone. So let me just stay on this. Let me stay on this. It's like a lot of people in my community think that becoming rich, you can't become rich when you're young. Becoming rich, you need to be a politician and stuff. I don't believe that, but I've grew listening to that. I grew up listening to this kind of beliefs, but I know that to be rich, I don't need to be a politician. Since I never liked being a politician, does it mean that I will never be rich in my life? So that's how I was questioning these beliefs. And so far, I don't believe in such things anymore. See? So define the source. Ask yourself if it's really true to you personally. And also, why is it that you want to stick on it? What is the motivation? Is it because it fits with the comfort zone? And we all know that the comfort zone is not something. I mean, I would not advise somebody to stay in the comfort zone, because when we are in the comfort zone, sometimes we blinden ourselves from other possibilities. I think I have answered.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome. Any other question? Balde, we can't see your face. Where are you?
Yeah, I'm here. Oh, I'm here, coach. Can you hear me?
I can't see your face.
Ah, you want to see my face? Okay.
Where are you? I don't see your face. Open your camera.
Okay, here I am, coach.
The
Okay,
international footballer.
yeah. You see, Labe Peace Club of Guinea. But I would like you to come back just to the bias of delusion, if you can hear me.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
you be back? Yeah, the bias of delusion. If you
Yes.
can, yes, come back to
Okay.
that, please.
Thank you. I'll get back to that. Delusion. Okay. I can also call it ignorance. Okay. Delusion, I can also call it ignorance in another word. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, there we are. A lot of times, as I said, if you have developed a belief because of the fact that you have listened to people saying the same thing all the time, all the time, all the time, that thing can become a truth to you. And since you have never heard anything different before, when somebody tells you that thing that is different from what you believe, you may think that they are wrong. So that's delusion. You think that they are wrong, and what they are saying is not true. A lot of times we have been advised, but we didn't take that advice because we thought that no, this is not right. It is what I believe that is right. It is not always due to ego. It might be due to the fact that you don't know that you don't know. That's why we call it delusions, and it twists your judgment. It pushes you to misjudge a situation, or to take a bad decision. That's it. That's exactly what delusion is all about. And it's really hard to get out of that, because it's hard to know that the other person is right. And it's also hard to know that I am wrong. Yeah, that's what I can say.
Okay,
Is it
thank
good?
you. Yeah, thank you. It's okay.
Welcome,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
Any other question? Okay, if there is no question, let's give it a try with maybe 10 minutes meditation. Um, my battery is getting low, so I will just end the sharing. Okay, great.